Okay, so I'd like to welcome you all. This is our second slide, and this is our third class to the course of Phonetics and Phonology. Okay, so let's begin. And pen and paper on the table, everyone? Oh, yes, that's great. So today's contents. So today we'll be talking about the introduction of phonetics and phonology again, and then English short and long vowels and diphthongs, how they work, or the very brief session today we'll be talking about what those short vowels are, what those long vowels are, and what those diphthongs are in English. Okay, phonemes, phones, and allophones. What does that mean? Phonemes. What does that mean? Phones and allophones. Okay, so we'll be talking about that today. Okay, but beforehand, I'd like to say from this slide, you'll be facing maybe some short notes type questions or maybe one broad questions in your midterm. So please pay attention fully. Okay, so syllables, structures, and types we'll be talking about today. How syllable structure works and what styles does syllable has. Okay, and then stress and intonation. Well, these two are very important. Stress and intonation. Well, these two are basically confines or differentiates between a native speaker and a non-native speaker of English. Now we are talking about English. Okay, so stress and intonation. Where should we put stress? Where should we not put stress to imitate those who are speakers of that particular language as first language speakers? That means the native speakers. Okay, and intonation, where we could put some stress and where the intonation goes up, where the intonation goes down, it will be talking about in this section today. And then phonetic and phonemic transcriptions. Yes, we'll be talking about that also. Transcriptions, how does they work? Phonetic and phonemic transcription. But this is not very important for your midterm. These two are very important, and what will be further important for your midterm examinations, we'll be talking about that after some slides. Okay, and pronunciation of Bengali speakers, EFL learners. Well, that's the most important part here today. Maybe from there we can learn why the Bengali speakers of English, sorry, the English speakers of Bangladesh, or we are Bengali people, when we try to speak in English, what basically happens to us, why we could not follow the native rules, what is the barrier of our language, so that when we speak, it's supposed like, it's just not like a native speaker speaking. It's just like a Bengali speaker speaking. Why? What are the problems here? What could be the solutions there? We'll be talking about that at that particular point, and this is very important for your midterms. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so some prescribed text I would like you to, if you want to, in this matter, I'm not very rigid about, making you purchase this text, but if you purchase those texts, that could be very helpful for you guys. Okay, so Peter Roach, English Phonetics and Phonology, a practical course. Well, these books I already have in my collection, in my desk. If you want to see those books, I can show you after the class. You can come to my desk and then I can show you those books. And from that book, I basically formulate these slides. From that book, I take the contents of these slides, then I make those. Okay? So, Peter Roach, English Phonetics and Phonology, a practical course, 4th edition, Cambridge University Press. This one is very important, and this Baker, Sheep or Sheep, Cambridge University Press. These two books are very important, and I basically follow these two books. And all those 4 books are very important. If you like to have those books, you can go to Nilkhet and then buy those books. I'll be giving this slide to your portal today. Okay, so background knowledge. What is phonetics? What is phonology? Why are they important? What's the position of phonetics and phonology in language? Okay, so let's have a quick brainstorming session. What is phonetics? Can you say, what is phonetics?
Related to sound.
Okay, sound, related to sound. The study of speech sound maybe. The study of speech sound. Phonology, the in-depth study of organized Hey, you can search it on Google. Come on, use your.
How sounds are organized.
Use your brain or use your phone. No problem. Either you'll be using your brain or you'll be using your phones. What is phonology? The question is, what is phonology?
Phonology is the branch of linguistics that studies how sounds are organized and is used in a language.
Used in a language, applied form. Okay. Well, linguistics, it is a branch of linguistics. We all know that, definitely. And then, what do you say?
And it studies how sounds are organized
How sounds are organized.
and used in a language.
Used in a language. Using means applied form. And organization, I mean how sound is organized. That's a very basic, that's very basic type of a conversation we are having. That's a very basic type of a description we are having. But let's see what this slide is saying about these things. Okay, so what does the language consist of? Two forms, modes of language. There are how many forms of languages?
Two forms.
Okay, great. Number one, oral form consists of sounds, speech, or sounds, phonemes. Speech sounds, phonemes, sounds, only sounds, or all of these. The oral form, which could be making a sound from our mouth, or the organs from where we can make those particular sounds. Okay, so written form consists of letters, codes, and symbols. So there are how many forms are there? Two forms. One is oral, that means we can hear. Number two is written, that we can. Great. So there are two forms of languages. What are the different stages of languages? Hey, this is important. What are the different stages of languages? Okay. Oh my goodness, this is very embarrassing.
Yes.
It's not consisting a full page. Okay. See, it's basically upside down. That means the very root part is the very basic part. At the very first part, hey everyone, write those down. From upside down. At the very first position, there are letters or phonemes. Any language in this world consists of letters or phonemes, correct? Come on. Definitely, every language has sounds.
Yes, sir.
And the smallest unit of a sound means phoneme. Come on, the smallest unit of a sound. The smallest unit. S, sa, ka, da, ba, ch, ja. These sounds, these are phonemes. These are exactly. So in written part, what we can see, letters. In oral part, what we can hear, phonemes. That means the smallest unit of a sound segment. Come on, say it. The smallest unit of a sound segment. The smallest unit of a sound segment. Okay, then morphemes. That means a sound, but these sounds are combining with some meaning. Okay, morphemes, morphology. That means the science of meaning. Morphemes. Phonemes is the very basic, root form, and then morphemes, an advanced version of phonemes. As we talk about phonemes, they do not consist any meaning. Ba, it's a sound, it's a phoneme. Does that mean anything? Ba, in any language, or in English, does it mean anything?
No, sir.
But if we say morpheme, cat, does that mean anything?
Yes, sir.
In English, yes, that does mean anything. That means it is consisting a morpheme, a meaningful unit of a sound. Meaningful unit, morphemes. Then words. Words are the holistic meaning. Okay, the holistic meaning. Morphemes does have some meaning, but the words has a holistic meaning. That means books, university, man, women, spectacles, camera, mobile phone, marker. Okay, so first letters are there, phonemes are there. at the very basic of a language, of any language. Okay, then morphemes. Letters or phonemes consist morphemes. That means they grow themselves to morphemes so that they could deliver some meaningful words or meaning. Okay, then the words are basically meaningful unit, the holistic meaningful unit. Done? Great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then phrases. That means, okay, we have words, university, we have words, man, women. Okay, so we shall have some sentences maybe. So the starting of a sentence, a fragmented sentence, phrase. Hey, these are very important for your midterms. Everyone, please take notes and understand very quickly, very briefly. Okay, so phrases. That means words are combined within a sentence. Maybe it's a fragmented one. Not the whole sentence, fragmented sentence. Suppose, for instance, university, closed university. That means it's not open. Okay, man, hungry man, angry man. See, these are phrases. That means two words are there. Those two words are residing side by side and then they are inferring some meaning. Maybe it's not a whole sentence, definitely it's not a whole sentence, but it could be a phrase. It is delivering at least to some extent some meaning.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Is that correct? Okay, so then the clauses. Clauses, well, many of the grammaticians have said phrases and clauses are quite similar or same. Well, as we are the linguistic students, we will say phrases consist of noun-based words. That means which will deliver the presence of only names. I mean most of them, most of it. Indeed. So that means angry man, hungry people, closed university. Okay. So clauses are I eat, she eats. That means clauses are basically delivering a sense of doing something. I eat, she eats. Give me mobile, or give me call, or call me, call him, call her, bring him in. These types of fragmented sentences are called clauses. Hey, if you're clever enough, you already have found that these are basically approaching upwards from the down. That means from the very basic or from the very lower side, they are very basic forms, sounds. Some sounds makes some meaningful sound segments. Then some meaningful sound segments consist together a word. Then some words side by side residing, they make some phrases. Then phrases and clauses are combined together sometimes. Phrases and clauses combines together and make sentences. Exactly. I eat rice. The university is closed today. I want a good result. Phrases and clauses combined here. Well, we are not talking about grammar. We are not talking about grammatical parts of language. We are talking about the linguistic part, the linguistic essence, the linguistic properties of a language. So these are basically the linguistic properties of a language. Linguistic properties of a language. If I find what I am saying in this class in your exam scripts, your numbers will be skyrocketing. Otherwise, your numbers will go with you also. So sentences, then after the sentences, here come the discourse. Hey, do you know discourse is the highest part of a language, of any language. Discourse is the highest part. So things come in that position. First, letters in written form, phonemes in hearing form, then morphemes, smallest meaningful units, done. Then the holistic meaningful units, then phrases and clauses combines some words together, and those phrases and clauses combinedly says some sentences, and some sentences together form or formulate one or many discourse or discourses. Discourse means the holistic point of view. Hey, do you know what is the discourse of this class? See, I'm basically saying some words to you guys, some sentences to you guys, and the discourse is I am teaching you. I want you to achieve a good grade in midterms as well as in the finals also. So this is the discourse. The discourse is I want to learn something from sir. That's why Riha some time ago talked something or asked something from me to learn. So that's the discourse. That means it is the highest form of a language. Topmost form, we can say. And the topmost linguistic feature of a language. Topmost linguistic feature of a language is what?
Discourse.
Great, done. Let's go to the next slide. See, this is basically I've said there. Levels of language discourse, study of language, discourse analysis, conversational analysis. Definitely, we already have talked about that. So discourse basically deals with conversational analysis. Okay, meaning in particular, pragmatics. Meaning in particular situation, pragmatics. Okay, pragmatics and discourse analysis. Well, in our university also, we talk discourse analysis and pragmatics side by side. That means we put them together because discourse analysis and pragmatics are quite a bit similar. Pragmatics means why we are talking about it, what is the purpose behind it, and discourse analysis is the topmost view. Well, what are we talking about? What's the purpose? What if we do not serve the purpose? Why we are serving that purpose? Blah, blah, blah. These things are, okay? So pragmatics and discourse analysis meaning a particular situation. Well, situational meaning is the reference of pragmatics. The situational meaning. That definitely context. And discourse analysis, conversational analysis. See, conversation basically happens in a particular context. So basically these two are, we can say, similar, not same. Please do not say that. Sir, if we can say these two are same, no. Say what I am saying to you. Refrain yourself within that particular boundary. Do not cross that. Okay, so sentences, clauses, phrases, these are syntax. That means sentence structure. We all know that. Syntax and sentence structure. Okay. What if I put this table to your midterm? Yeah, levels of studies of language. Yes, this could be. This is important. So if I put this whole table, well, I'll be uploading it to your portal, so you'll be finding it today. But beforehand, if I put this thing into your midterm examination, and if I just say, okay, explain the levels and studies of a language in a table with appropriate examples. So you have to give some examples also, and you have to, first you have to draw that diagram or draw that table, then write it down, then afterwards explain that particular table with example. So that maybe it could be a broad question, not a short question, definitely. Okay, so let's move to the next. Meanings, semantics. Definitely semantics deals with meaning. Levels of language, meaning, studies of language is semantics. Okay? And then morphemes, word, morphology. See here, yes. Morphemes and words are basically connected to each other, and they have written those two things in one particular table, in one particular cell. Why? Because they are basically very connected. Very connected. In other words, morphemes, words, okay? I already made you learn that thing. I already explained it to you. Come on. This is not something that you do not know. Understanding this thing?
Yes, sir.
Great. So, the very basic thing, speech sound or phonemes, phonetics and phonology. Basically, phonetics and phonology is the very basic or root part of a language. They are basically saying that particular thing. Okay. Okay, your expectations. Well, I do not think you have any expectations. Well, you can say, do you have any expectations from this course? Well, I think I should say something to you guys. I think your expectations from this course should be that proper pronunciation, to learn the proper pronunciation, just native-like proper pronunciation of each and every particular phonemes or sounds or speech sounds, so that we can learn to speak how the native speakers are speaking. Why we cannot speak in that particular manner, we'll be saying that. Why we, doing by what we can particularly be able to speak on that particular manner, just like the natives. How we can say thank you instead of saying thank you. How we can say bread and butter instead of saying bread and butter. Just like those things, okay? So this could be your expectations from my side. So I'm basically helping you guys out. So do you have any expectation other than this from this course? Well, apart from achieving higher grades, well, I can read Riha's eye. She's about to say that. Well, say I have an expectation. I want to have a 4 out of 4 on that course. Well, I already read that. And apart from that, any other expectations from anyone? Okay, maybe later. Make a list of your expectation. Maybe you could make a list and then submit it to me. But I could never ensure you that this list will be fulfilled. But still, let's hope for the best. Okay, objectives of this course. On successful completion of this course, you will develop an understanding of English sound system. Definitely. Well, you do not have to write that. It's not about your exam, but please understand that very carefully. Develop an understanding of English sound system. If you develop an understanding of English sound system so that you can apply it also to improve your speaking, to improve your pronunciation, to improve your sound speech. See, these things are. Be able to use IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. We already have talked about that when we will be doing that thing. Okay, so enhance your pronunciation skills. Yes, that's the most important thing I think my students will be able to make. Yes, and in the 14 batch, I already taught this course and they made really great effort. They really make a mark. Their pronunciation are really good than before, really. But I don't know. How many days they will stick to that upholded version of themselves. Okay, so be a confident speaker. Yes, I think this course will help you guys in the real life. Definitely. This is not something just like, okay, do not be like Riha, just to achieve a 4 out of 4 and then gone. No, this course is very practical and this course will make you a confident speaker after the end of this course. Definitely. Because this course is designed in that particular way. We'll be dealing with sounds, we'll be dealing with speech system, we'll be dealing with speech styles, native speakers, quality, quantity, everything. So I hope every student of here, in this batch, every student say on here will be a confident speaker after the completion of this course. Definitely. So this is very important. Please do not miss the classes of this course at least, because you are going to make yourself a better person, a better skilled person after the end of this course. At least because we have to speak. Come on, this is the reality. We have to speak. So what if we are speaking in a very good manner? Okay, so think about, do you face any difficulties in English pronunciation? Hey, I want from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Hey, okay, we'll be doing that off the record maybe. So please do you face any difficulties in English pronunciation? Think about that. Think about that. Do you face any difficulties in any sound to pronounce properly, just like natives in English? Think about that. Okay, think about that. Okay, discuss some of the difficulties most Bangladeshi learners face in English pronunciation. Yes, please write that down. Everyone, discuss some of the difficulties. This is very important for your midterm also. We will be talking about something that not every, maybe, most of the Bengali speakers, most of the Bangladeshi speakers of English face. Huh? Okay, so most of the Bangladeshi speakers face. We'll be discussing that in the class. We'll be asking that maybe in the midterms. Okay. What? No, I know that. Okay, so discuss some of the difficulties most Bangladeshi learners. Yes, we will be talking about that inshallah afterwards. Okay, test your pronunciation. Hey, let's test your pronunciation, but I think we should be doing that off the record. So test your pronunciation. Yes, we'll be doing that. Hey, am I the only one who's feeling sweaty? It's hot, nah? Why? 27, why? Who made that 27? Make it 22. Okay. Hey, questions to ponder. What do you think are the ways of improving pronunciation? That's the thing you should be dealing with, at least for you guys. What do you think are the ways of improving pronunciation? What would be the ways? Come on, think about it. Well, I do not expect any answer from you now. I think you should be thinking that very deeply. What should be the ways of improving pronunciation of any person, at least in Bangladesh? And then what are you doing to enhance your pronunciation? Well, that's a personal question. Yes, you guys should be dealing with it. What are you doing to enhance your pronunciation? What measures are you taking? What courses are you taking? What efforts are you giving or putting into account? That's a personal question. It should be answered personally. That's for your personal betterment. That's for your personal enhancement. Okay, so that's the end of today's slides. And the rest of the class will be doing off the record. Thank you.